You don't need cable. Hop on YouTube, welcome to the hood table, where we chop up local and global events vocally. You don't really wanna miss out on these conversations. Just joke a little, laugh a little, get that wine in your system, fill your glass a little, expose current events, talk trash a little. You never know, these opinions might clash a little. They addicted to the content, got them binge watching. You don't like it, then you want invited. Bet your friends watching in the house or in your job parking lot before you clocking. They don't wanna miss a second of this HT content. Everybody think they got something to say, so it's an open invitation, bring it to the table. But if you come whack, just know we ain't buying in. We gon' probably turn your back and tell you sorry, try again. Yeah, welcome to the hood table. You don't need Netflix, you don't need cable. Yeah, welcome to the hood table. You don't need Netflix, you don't need cable.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Come on in, come on in. Make sure you like and share the video, please, and thank you very much. What's up, Sislo?
What up, Joe? Yeah.
Hey, it's been a little minute. Well, actually, we was together about, how long ago was that? About a week. About a week or so.
About a week or two.
We are together again, y'all. Me and the beautiful Sislo, my sister from another mister. We are here to talk it up, chat with you guys. Yeah, say hello to the people. Say hello.
What up, Joe, y'all? It's me. It's only me calling from the deep. About to discuss.
Yes, from the deep, from the home of BMF. From the home of BMF, where it all started, child.
Right.
How does it feel to live in such a place where so many great, awesome, and not so awesome people have come from, sis?
Especially that not so awesome part.
Girl.
I was turning it down because my grandbabies are loud and they in another room.
Oh, okay.
Hold on.
That's okay.
I'm gonna try to mute them. How about that?
Yeah, you got some feedback though every time you talk. Hello. Okay, you guys, come on in. Make sure you like and share the video. We just gonna have a review here of BMF season 4 finale. It actually came on last Friday, but because of a lot going on, I just hasn't been around to get to reviewing that season finale. I actually still want to review with you guys too, the Shy finale. I had watched the Shy and didn't even realize I was watching the finale. So the next week I was like, "Ooh, I want to see what happened." And then I went to see the next episode, and it was no episode. So I looked it up, and they said the season finale was last week. I was like, "What?" So the Shy is over already. Gotta wait for the next season of that. But maybe tomorrow night I'll come back to you guys and review the Shy. I did say that I would probably review both of them tonight, but I'm gonna just be honest. I watched the Shy 2 weeks ago. So I don't even know. I can't even do a review because I have to go back and rewatch it, But do you watch the Shy since?
Sometimes, but I know the one on that finale, the lady that's singing at the funeral is Callista Day. Her name, that's my Callie Day, baby.
You said
the one that's singing at the funeral.
Oh, okay. Singing at the funeral. Oh, okay.
Singing at the funeral. Her name is Callie Day, Callista Day, spelled with a C. And I have been following Callie. She's from Ohio, where my cousin in Dayton, Ohio, where my cousins in Peoria. She's from Peoria. And baby, she was on AGT. Now, when I tell you that woman has a gifted, an anointed voice, I've been following her for about 10 years before she got famous. She went viral, but before she got famous, baby, when y'all hear her in that in that shy finale. Ooh, that's why I think her singing was brought the characters out. That funeral, you know what I'm saying? It really made the best of it. But yeah, that part.
Honestly, I'm gonna have
Anyway,
to go back and watch it. Definitely have to go back and watch it because I don't even remember that. I don't even remember that scene at all.
ooh,
So
child. Go ahead.
sometimes I'll watch something and it'll stay with me for a minute, but then I have to go back and watch it if it's been weeks and weeks because I'll be like, shit, I didn't watch a million things since then. But hey, Colin, how you doing, boo? I think I spoke to you when you came in. But yes, thanks for joining us tonight. I want to get into the finale. You know, your thoughts on the finale with you guys and also with Sit Slow. Let's see. What should we start? How about we start? Oh, go.
Recap the last episode a little bit first.
You said what?
The last one you saw. Recap that. If you don't worry about it.
Recap which one? The one before that?
Yeah, just kind of what the previous episode to kind of run
Oh
us into
God.
this one.
Child, I didn't even do that. I ain't did a review on BMF in a minute.
Okay, well let's go. Let's
So
head.
yeah,
Yeah.
so matter of fact, what was the last episode I did? I think it was episode 6. I mean,
Oh,
yeah, I think it was episode 6 that I did a review on. It's been a minute. But yeah, I have
okay.
been busy, you know, doing a lot of cake orders and then a lot of family things going on and you know, shit like that. But just a little recap before this. Of course, we knew that, huh?
I didn't say anything.
Okay. So I mean,
So
of
you
course we knew that they little sister, that was a very interesting storyline where she started messing with one of T's workers, you know, Worm. I like to call him Big Worm. I think we talked about that before, sis. When she had to start messing around with him, and we was both saying, "Oh, she gonna get pregnant and shit like that." She ended up getting pregnant. I do want to talk about that storyline as well because in this episode, remember at the end when they were having the going away party for T and Markeisha, and I still can't believe that he's still with Markeisha. But anyway, she walked past Worm and he was looking at her, and she said, "Don't worry, it's not your baby." Now I know I had spoke to somebody the last time I did a review on this. Somebody in the chat, they was like, "Yeah, we think it's really her boyfriend's baby," and I was like, "Nah, I think that baby is Big Worm. I don't care what y'all say." So, what do you think?
what I think about her having a baby by, I think it's actually Warren Baby and not Breezy. To be
Mm-hmm.
honest, you know what I'm
I
saying?
really do.
I think it's the other dude, baby. But you know, hey, I want them.
You know what I'm
I
saying? It's just I can see the story line taking on a nice little spin if that was in fact Worm's baby, because that would stir up some mess between him and T, and it would just seem like it'd be an interesting storyline. That's why I'm not falling for the okie doke.
I
I'm not.
think I think I think that like at this point it is what it is, and I don't know, but I think that she went with Breeze because he was the better fit, like he was the better choice of the two, because that's the one who
Mm-hmm,
she really wanted the future with. So
mm-hmm,
I think
and, mm-hmm.
that's why she probably went with that one as opposed to Big Perm or Worm as you call him.
You know what? I have the same idea. I really do. I have the same idea that she picked like the better choice, which is something that happens like in real life with women when they find themselves wrapped up in two or more men, and they pick the bigger choice, the safer choice, I
Right.
should say. You know, he was in college, she's in college. He really wants a future. She wants a future. We already know what a life of crime that she has not lived in, but what her family has lived in. And so she sees all the things that happens to people in the drug gang and, you know, being murdered and, you know, going to jail and, you know, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So I think you're right on that.
Yeah, so I think that was it. Like she kind of picked the lesser of the two evils, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
And plus she really got feelings for that dude, and she only did that because he, you know, he was acting a little shady when she first went to
Right.
college, or you know. But I think that's
Mm-hmm.
what she really with.
Yeah, I think she might have got like a little, I don't know, I don't want to say a little jealousy, but maybe just a little she felt, huh?
I said,
Yeah, you know what I mean. When you think something else going on, because I ain't gonna hold you. I've been in that situation before where I thought something was going on. I saw somebody holler at me, "What up?" Nah, I ain't got no man. Shoot, what's your number? What's your, you know, shit happens. Shit happens. But I do hope that, like her pop said, I do hope, because now and then that's the crazy thing right there too. They was like, her mom said, "Are you sure that he's going to be able to support you and the baby?" And then she said, "Yeah, he's going to get a job. He got a nice job, and I got Section 8." And I was like, here we go with the Section 8 and the man living in the house with the woman and he got a whole job. Like, that's the whole situation that happened with her and Charles, with her mother and her parents, because she couldn't get food stamps because Charles was still staying there. Remember that? But I guess they probably might do some undercover low key shit like we see a lot of
yeah,
times.
I remember. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on, sweetie. Somebody at the door. Hold on.
All right. But yes, you guys. So if you have any comments on the finale or anything to do with the show, any of the storylines, feel free to drop it down in the chat. At the end of the show, I will, because we're only gonna be on here like an hour. But at the end of the show, I will drop the link just in case anybody wants to come up and speak on the storylines or the, you know, just the finale or what you think might happen in the future. You know, your theory of what's going to happen in the new season and things like that. Once Cicelo gets back, I want to ask her about another situation with Charles and with his wife. Or I still call them husband and wife, but they are technically divorced. They are technically divorced. But yeah, I want your thoughts on their relationship. As far as like, you know, what they've been through, him cheating on her, her cheating, them finally separating, but him still living there because, you know, he didn't really have nowhere, no other options. Otherwise, he would have left, right? So with him, you know, not having work, touring with the band, then hurting his hand, not being able to play in the band. Once the band got back, you know, up on his, you know, on the road, now he can't play because his hand messed up. He can't work because his hand messed up. So he's still standing there in the house with Lucille. But sis, I want to ask you about your thoughts on their relationship because you saw how she got so sad when she found out at, you know, the funeral that he was moving out.
And not only that, did you see how she dressed up? Got us
Yes.
to the mix.
Did you see how she was touching on his face? How she was touching on his face?
And that's because he moved on. He's moving on with his life, and she ain't no longer the past. You know what I'm saying? She was Miss Goody Two Shoes. She was Miss Goody Two Shoes before that.
Mm-hmm.
He had time for the dude when he was trying his hardest. But then when she ain't got nothing going on Miss Goody Two Shoes, now she want to rich on back.
Right. But do you think it's sincere, or do you think it's just because she's alone? Because everybody's gone. Meech and T, of course, they doing their own thing. Her daughter's moving out with the baby, and it's just her. She lost the church. You know what I'm saying? She ain't got no job, and all she had left was Charles. And so, do you think she really, really wanted to be with him, or she was just trying to hold on to something, just to not be alone?
I think hindsight is 2020.
And she should have gave that man something a long time ago. Is that what he's saying?
think hindsight is 2020. I think that she's looking back now and realizing that she really jacked up.
And
Because
she had a
Charles messed up, but she was not there emotionally there for him in the beginning.
true.
Okay, you know what I'm saying? Listen, I don't know if you remember that song. Your love give me thrills, but your love can't pay my bills. I need some money.
Yeah, I'm kind of familiar with that song. Yeah.
Yeah. So my thing is that yeah, sometimes it ain't all about the money either. You gotta, you know what I'm saying? You gotta get a person, you gotta be emotionally there for them. And she wasn't there for him like that. And then so when he conveniently got reached out and touched by the lady he was doing a little work for around the house, you know, he made an accident and fell in it.
Oh, he accidentally tripped in it. You know how niggas is, they accidentally tripped up in the stuff. But he was like,
excuse him. That's not this good. What up, though? What you know about what up?
Boo? How you doing, boo?
Godspell, what you know about what up, though?
You know he's from that area.
Oh no, I didn't.
He's like,
what up,
Diva? What up, K Diva? What up? But I want to as far as Charles and Lucille, you got some feedback. I can hear you in my I can hear me in your. I don't know if you got a window open or something, sis. But I can hear me echoing.
I don't think so, man.
So I'm gonna just I'm gonna hit you on mute, or you can hit yourself, unless you figure it out. You said I'm from Van Dyke and Harper. He said I'm from Van Dyke and Harper. But that's Cislo, he got like different names for his YouTube channel. So what was your other name, Noble? Exit 303 or something? I can't remember. But she said East Side. And where I'm at, I'm from the North Side. North Side represent. But yeah, as far as him and her, we don't want to like give the man, you know, an excuse. You know what I'm saying? Like he did cheat on her, even though she probably wasn't being attentive to him. She wasn't having sex with him. She, you know, but y'all know how it goes. Like some men, if they don't get that and they go weeks and weeks and weeks and months, men can't only go but so long. Now women, I'm sure there are some men who can't go for a long time, but more than not is women who can go longer. And men, they gotta they get tired of beating and doing it themselves and trying to get, you know, or not doing nothing at all. So we're not giving him an excuse, but he really, really was trying afterwards. Really trying to keep that family together. And she still was like, whatever. Then she ended up in the arms of the doctor. And then, you know, it was a wrap from there. It was a wrap from there. So yeah, you're right. In hindsight, she's probably thinking, damn, I should have gave him a chance. I should have gave him another chance. And I'm not really the type of woman who would be like, oh, you cheat on me, I welcome you back. Because it's still somewhere in my heart. I still believe that once you cheat, you always a cheater. I'll be trying to get myself out of that, but I see it too much over and over and over again. And it's like, I don't know, you have to do a lot of work to get back with me after you cheat. And I think he was putting in the work, sis. I think he was.
Yeah, he was trying hard. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, I think that there are some men that genuinely are regretful, and because he was trying everything, like even the church, working hard, trying to prove himself, even staying around with her, treating him and talking to him. She was dismissive to him and all that, even when he was still trying to work hard and pay the bills. And he was like a stand-up dude because he was still working at the plant, driving for his son, doing odds and ends job plan. Or, you know, he was a stand-up dude, like anything I can to support my family. And he still was supporting her in the church, even though she was throwing shade to him. So it's like it's only so much a dude could take before he starts saying, okay, cool, you know, I'm going with it. And now that he's got interest in somebody, another woman, all of a sudden now she interested again. That's not cool. She was shady. She was nasty, dirty to him. Like,
but you know what? What's so funny, sis, is that me and my son was having a conversation the other day, right? About men, women, you know, and when they get into a disagreement or argument, and the woman be like, "It's over, it's a wrap, whatever. I don't want to be with you no more." I was telling him how we are. I said, "Son, I was trying to get him his advice, because you know him and his girl just moved in together, so I'm trying to get him some advice." And I was like, "There's gonna be times when she gonna be like, I'm done with you. Y'all might, you know, she like, yeah, son, I'm sorry, you can't avoid it. You cannot live with each other, husband, wife, dating, whatever, and not get into a big disagreement. And a woman be like, fuck that. I don't want to be with you no more." I don't know. It could be a year or 5 years from now, but it's going to happen at least one time. And I said, with the thing with women, sometimes we be so mad and so upset. We be like, get the hell out of here. Da, 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 da. Then as soon as your ass leave, what we do, sis? What you leave for? I didn't really mean it. I didn't really want you to go. I'm just upset. Why can't you just listen to me? Why? You know what I'm talking about, sis. And then next thing we know,
yeah, and then they said, "But I wanted you to fight for me."
Right.
I wanted you to fight for me. And he be like, "Nigga, I've been fighting for you. I fight for you the whole time. How long you want me? I fought till I'm exhausted."
Noble said, "Plan for the after the honeymoon phase." Man, I'm telling you. And I said, son, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. It might happen more than once. And so, you know, I said, I've been there. So I know how it is. And then as soon as they go, shit, you can barely go one night without that Nick. Yeah. She'll be calling his ass, "Well, can we talk?" And that's how Lucille was. She was like, I don't. She just dogging him and dragging him and humiliating him and belittling him and his manhood and all that kind of shit. And then as soon as he say, "I'm staying in Atlanta, I ain't coming home," now she all over his chest, rubbing him and caressing his face. I was like, look at Lucille. I know she ain't. I know she ain't. And if you are the last person on earth that still courts women, I applaud that shit. We was talking about that one day, sis. I can't remember. Maybe it was me and Big Riggs on one of our Sunday shows. But I was like, damn, you know, some people don't really care for the courting shit. They just want to hook up. Even women too. Some women too. They just be like, shit, what's up with you? You know, I'm not that person. Maybe I'm too old. I ain't that person. I want to be courted. I want to be taken out. Shit. And I want to go to the movies.
I really don't realize that a man can actually really be intimate with a woman and don't have no emotional attachment to her. Because women can't do it. Men, they feel like men can't do it. They do it all the time. They do it all the time. You know, just because a man, you know, I'm not saying that it's right, but a lot of men can lay down with a female and don't look back. You know what I'm saying? You be like, that's get a quitter. You know,
it's like no emotions. It's no emotions. And we're different, right? Sis, we're different.
We're absolutely different because we feel, you know, that's our soul hole. When you
girl, if a man hit that shit just right,
it's all see ourselves walking down the aisle.
Don't let me hit that high note. Ooh, don't let me hit the high note. Ooh.
Like, oh no, boo, not for real though.
I've been trying to push back. No, stop, no, stop.
I'm about to whip these potatoes real quick. Hold on.
Okay. But no, for real, women, we are different. We are different. Like, we are from us getting it in our honey pot, and from a guy, you know, feeling us. It's a difference. I mean, of course, guys, they go through this where, sometimes they be like, oh, man, that shit good. That shit, man, this shit tight, this shit. But for women, it's different. It's a different feeling. Y'all will never understand as men. Y'all will never understand, especially if you're doing it right. You might understand that you're making us happy, but you'll never understand that feeling. You'll never be able to feel it. Just like having a baby. You'll never be able to feel what it feels like to have a baby or menstrual cramps or things like that. And you'll never be able to feel what it feels like inside of us. Like, ooh, Lord. Ooh, Let me get off that topic, child. If you don't have a family for me to meet, then there's no future. I want to meet your parents and siblings. I'm old-fashioned like that. I heard that. That's what's up. I need to know what stock a woman is coming from. Oh, you know what? With my family, it ain't gonna be long before you meet my family because we're so connected. Like, it's so many events and so many, holidays and so many barbecues and so many birthdays. It's like we're just one of those families where we like to kick it and we like to have fun and we like to, like, the last little cue I had. What holiday was that, sis? July 4th? July, August, September. Yep, July 4th, because the next cue we have at my house is September for Labor Day. And people was asking, can I bring my girl? Can I bring my girl? Can I bring my girl? Yeah, you can bring my girl. My brother, can I bring my girl? What? Who you got a new girlfriend? And my other cousin, can I bring my girl? Like, it's nothing for somebody to be like, can I bring my man? Can I bring my girl? Like, we just welcome people like that. Now, once you get there, if you get out of line, we will put your ass in line or we'll put your ass out. But for the most part, my family, we from the hood, we real street. So it don't usually be no fucking bullshit when you come around us because we shit, what the fuck? What you say? What you do? What, nigga? Child, the stories I could tell. But anyway. You said we constantly chase the dragon from that first orgasm. Oh, so it's kind of like a drug, Noble. With men, it's kind of like a drug. Wow, that's crazy. With women, it's like, if we don't get that orgasm, if you can't make me orgasm, like, some women really don't need to orgasm. They will. Have you ever met a woman, or have you ever heard a woman say, whether it's on TV or in a movie or in real life, I've never had an orgasm? And somebody be like, what, man? You ain't never had an orgasm? Like, I remember those days when I was younger and I didn't really know my body like I did when I got older. So I really didn't know my body like that. And I didn't know what I was missing. But that first time in my 20s, I'm thinking I'm doing some shit. I'm up here, just, kicking it, with my knee, whatever, whoever I was fucking with. I'm like, oh yeah, it feel good. Hey, but once that first, child, it was all she wrote. So I don't know. I feel like I was chasing a high after that. Every time I had a, occurrence with a guy, my baby daddy or whoever, I felt like I was chasing, like, don't stop. Stay on the clock, boo. Stay on the clock till I tell you you are off. Okay? But yeah, I feel like with Lucille, as far as Lucille and Charles, I don't know the nature of their relationship in the future. Sislo probably does know because she's more connected to that area, to that storyline, to those characters, because she's from around that way. So she knows a lot about the history of those brothers and their family. But a couple like that, I would really wish that they could come back together and they could get back together because I think they could be really good for each other. I don't know if they stayed divorced, if they got remarried to other people. I don't know. I don't know. But one thing I want to talk about, y'all. Okay, so let's get to the next topic. It was so much shit that happened this season and in the finale. But Noble, if you want to hit the link, let me know. But especially if you watch the finale, because that's what we're discussing, season 4 finale of BMF. But B Mickey, I was really, really, really thrown off with B Mickey. Now, although B Mickey, we thought we would never see him again. And then he came back this season for revenge. He came back this season for revenge. He needed money, of course, for his daughter. The fellas was like, fuck you. But T got a soft spot. They really, really had something with B Mickey. It was like a very close friendship, trust, loyalty, all that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? And he felt bad for his wife, for their child, shit like that. So he just gave him some money. He had him do a little job, a little stake out on Markeisha, and gave him a lot of money to cover like his daughter's surgery. But B Mickey still wanted revenge even after that. Like I wish B Mickey would have just taken that money, chopped up the beef, chopped up the bullshit, and just went on with life. But like I said, on my last review, it seemed like his wife was all for the revenge. Like I was saying, my last review, I said, if that was me and my daughter is dying and my man used to make money with BMF, they fell out, totally my man's fault, because he did connect with Officer Bryant. And even though he didn't get him any details, he still was being shady, and it was they couldn't trust him. So it was totally his fault. And then after you get money from T and your baby gets her surgery, she comes through, she's doing better. Boo. I would have been like, babe, our daughter is good. We are good. Fuck BMF. We got this. Shit, like, I understand times be hard, and that money, that quick money, the way they probably get addicted to that quick money. But me personally, shit, I'm from the struggle. I'm from the hood. I'm from the pork and beans and cornbread and the hot dogs and the spaghetti and, peanut butter sandwiches with no jelly, mayonnaise sandwiches. I mean, syrup sandwiches. Like, I'm from that era of the struggle era. And so I would have been like, shit, we got this. Whatever we got to do, we'll get it together. As long as our daughter is good now. Surgery's out the way. Hey, that's the biggest thing they have to deal with. Now you just got to pay bills like every other motherfucker. Shit, find a way. But anyway, he had to have his little revenge. And I really hate how it went down. She literally witnessed him being murdered. Thank God Lamar left the little girl in the car. The little girl was left in the car. Bryant got the little girl. But she literally witnessed that. But what I really was like shocked with, how the fuck was she more concerned with Lamar than she was with B Mickey? I don't get that. She was like all hovering over Lamar when he got shot. Just because her man, B Mickey, lied about him shooting Kato, his pregnant girlfriend, that he didn't even know she was pregnant. He didn't learn that she was pregnant until after he shot her. And he had to shot her because she was working with Lamar and trying to set up the brother. But that whole scene, when she was up there, like, really feeling sorry for Lamar, and that nigga probably still ain't dead. That's the other thing I was going to ask y'all. Do y'all think he's dead? Do y'all think Lamar is dead? Y'all know that Lamar got 9 lives. Now, he was pop, 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 pop. They was hitting him. They was hitting him all up in the chest. And he could be dead, but I don't know. Sislo has left us, child. But so y'all let me know what y'all thoughts are on about that. What else did I want to talk about? Let's see. Duffy. Now Duffy's still in jail. Duffy, they didn't show him this episode. The last time we saw Duffy, he was in jail, and Detective Bryant was trying to get him to turn on the brothers, Meech and T. And he did get him some details, some information where they was gonna be at and shit like that. Because Bryant, you know, they always throw some bullshit at you to get you to try to talk, and they use his grandma. They use his grandma. Oh, you was doing this. You was in her house when you was doing this. We could get her for this, and your grandma could be in jail for the rest of her life, and all that kind of bullshit, right? And you know, he fell for it. He fell for it, and he helping Detective Bryant, you know, set up the brothers. But I wonder what's going on with him. I mean, I guess next season, maybe they'll start off the first episode, second episode of catching us up with Duffy and what's going on with him. But I really wish that we would have saw a little bit more of that storyline.
I don't think there's going to be any more seasons.
It gotta be the way it ended. It gotta be.
Not on Stars anyway, so we gotta wait.
Well, I mean, I could have sworn I heard that there was another girl. Don't tell me that, because they it's too many cliffhangers. Like, okay, sis, you know what I didn't like? How they kept going back to Mexico. They kept going back to Mexico. They never finished what happened in Mexico. Like, we know there was a shootout. We know T jumped on the plane. We know he tried to get the pilot to stop and wait for his brother, Meech. We know Meech was more concerned about Loco than he was about Meech. And it seems like, you know, he has always been more concerned with Loco than he was with T. And that's why T was like, fuck that. Once this shit is over, I'm moving to Cali and we going our own separate ways. But I wanted to see what happened with Meech. Did Loco die? If he did die, how the hell did Meech get out of there? So, you know, it's too many questions there, answered, unanswered. So I really hope that this is not the end. I know, did you see the new documentary, part 2 of T explaining his story? 50 Cent, there was a commercial for that during the TV show. Did you see that, sis?
No, I didn't see that.
Yeah, it was I was watching the show. Matter of fact, I just watched the episode today when I text you afterward to see if you want to do a review with me. But yeah, it was saying presented by 50 Cent and T. Oh my God, he looks so much different than he did when he was younger. I didn't even know that was him when they had him like talking and sitting on a chair and talking. I'm like, who's this big ass nigga?
Yeah, it's that, you know, they got 2 different people playing them as adults.
Right, but this was like, this is the real T. Even compared to him, the real T when he was younger, he looked so different. This was like a documentary. This was like really him, not a character.
Oh, I think you said.
Yeah, and I was like, who the fuck is that nigga? And then they was like, now it's time to tell my side of the story. And T, he was sitting there with shades on and stuff. I was like, oh, okay, that's T. But I'm gonna have to Google that tomorrow and see when that comes out. But yeah, I'm really, you know, interested in that. But yeah, T and Meech separates, and you know what's fucked up about it? I think if he would have never, because the way he treated T, like, sis, I know you had talked about that before, how you feel about him, the way he treated T. But I think if he wouldn't have got so big-headed, I don't think he probably would have went to jail. What do you think?
Repeat your question, sis.
Oh, no, I was saying, I think if he would have stayed more grounded and not got so big-headed, because this episode he called T selfish, right? When they was in Mexico, he said, you're selfish, you got on the plane, you left me and Loco. He said, I didn't leave you and Loco, I was trying to leave Loco. He said, I'm thinking about family, mom, sis, dad, you know, my kids. I'm thinking about them during the shootout and trying to get us the fuck out of there on the airplane. And all you thinking about is Loco. And so I just feel like
he was kind of overindulged in his boy and his blood instead of his brother. You know what I'm saying? That was crazy.
It was real crazy to me, and that's what I was saying. I think he probably wouldn't have got caught up and had to spend all that time in prison if he wouldn't have got so sidetracked. Like T was like, this is supposed to be about me and you. You know, from the cradle to what did he say? From the womb to the tomb? He said, "Fuck yo, from the womb to the tomb." Shit. I mean, it's too late now. He went to prison. He didn't got out, but I think things would have turned out much differently if he wouldn't have, you know, treated him so fucked up.
Yeah, that was just unfortunate. I hate to see that brother, and it didn't change by much. As far as Lucille and what's her name, they never got back together, and he passed away without them getting back together. In
Thank you for
actuality,
saying that because I was when you were gone, I was saying in the chat, I don't know what happened if they ever got back
yeah,
together.
they never got back together, and he ended up passing away. But he did end up getting some charges from the whole BMF thing. Not a lot of time, but he did end up getting time. So,
yeah. I know when you guys see.
And B Mickey is really not dead in real life. He's not dead. He's still alive.
So we might get a new season with him. But what about Lamar? What happened to him? Like I don't want to tell the
Lamar's not dead in real life either.
Okay. That's what I was saying. You know what? I bet he's not dead because
you know how they said a lot of this stuff based loosely on the truth. But now, girl, the Makisha, whatever, she really was in that car accident like that. Because if you see the gangster lady gangster thing on
BT, I saw that.
It almost played out the same way.
Yeah, she was really trying to be a gangster too. She was down for her man. And she was trying to make her own way too. She was like, if y'all ain't gonna help me make my own, I get my own way, get out there and hustle by myself.
If you hear some gaps between here and there, it's because I'm working. I'm doing dinners. So people come and pick their food up. So I'm sorry.
Oh, I didn't know you was making dinners. I thought you was just making dinner for yourself and your family. My bad.
Baby, I'm a hustler, baby.
Oh, that's right. Shoot. That's what I've been trying to do over here. Get my grind on with my sweets and shit. Somebody hit me up today. One of my cousins like, man, we need gender reveal cupcakes by Sunday. I'm like, well, it's less than 7 days. You know what that means? It's a 20% upcharge for short notice orders. But what do you need? Sure. But yeah, then I got a couple of orders left this month. Then I got a big order next month for a retirement party. But yeah, gotta have a hustle. I always tell people you gotta have, even if you have a good job, always have a hustle. Always have like a skill or a talent or a hobby or something that you could turn into getting money. I tell my sons that all the time. I don't care if it's cutting hair or mowing lawn or fixing cars or, painting or whatever it is. If you're a chef or can do hair or do nails, like you should always have something that you can fall on, especially with the economy so iffy. You never know. One day you got a job, next day you don't have a job. You know what I'm saying? So we never know. And then with this president, I don't even want to talk about him, anyway. But yeah, I think we covered all the major points in this season finale. Meech. Yeah, Meech. He's about to have a little Meech. His girl or whoever he was messing with said she wasn't drinking because she's pregnant. And she was like, now you about to have a little Meech. So, I just hope that the show isn't over, because I still got a lot of questions. And like I said, I feel like some of the storylines were left like on a cliffhanger. So especially the scenes in Mexico and shit like that. Like,
yeah, and then with their dynamic, their real life dynamic that's going on with 50 right now,
Right. Yeah. But that's all I got. Anything else you want to add, sis? I know you over there busy, girl. I did not know you was making dinners for people, child.
You know, girl, this is what me and you do. And I got a picture I'm about to post on Facebook that's going to remind you when you first got your LLC.
Okay.
You know, I keep up with your stuff. When you first got your LLC, you remember how long ago it was?
It was a minute. I don't know. What was it, like 4 or 5 years? I can't remember.
4 years ago, Mama. 4 years ago. Yep. Ain't that a mess? I keep up with your stuff like it's mine. That's because I'm proud of you, girl.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it. And I know I haven't really been going live a lot like I normally do, but hey, it's like, okay, we have YouTube.
Now. You a yaya now. You are full-time working, 3 jobs.
Child, did I accidentally sign out of YouTube? I know there's some shit. Hold on. I don't know what happened. YouTube told me they need to verify. I had to put in a PIN number or something. But yeah, I was gonna say I got YouTube, but then I have real life. I got my grandbaby. I got, my job. I got my desserts and my cakes, and it's like YouTube is important to me, but it's not as important to me as it is to a lot of people who be on here 25/8. You know what I'm saying? So, I try to do what I can, try to do lives, as much as I can. But sometimes it's just like, I'm not even interested, sis. Like, I don't even want to hit that live button. I just, And but it's like I know I have people here who support my show and support my platform. So it's like, I gotta show my face every now and then, come out here and, do a little 1-2 for the peeps. So, but yeah. But anyway, what you got planned? You got any shows planned? Anything coming up that you would like to do on your channel?
I've really been thinking about doing more in the area of doing cooking stuff. But I'm waiting on my brother. My brother bought me some pots and pans or something for my birthday. My birthday is in a couple of weeks. So he had bought me some pots and pans. So I really want to start doing more cooking videos or something. So that's and doing, the inspirational stuff kind of thing, just same old, but I'm trying to get myself acclimated to going live a little bit more,
Yeah, it can be kind of hard when you don't be on here a minute. And I know personally, but it can be kind of hard when you haven't been on here a minute and then you be like, dang,
I think I got handicapped to being on here with y'all. And that kind of, got me a little spoiled. Because I always been live with y'all as the crew. Like, I really miss Friday Night Live. I really do.
I do too. And I really wish we could, but it was like so many times where we just couldn't get everybody together. So I was like, it was fun while it lasted. You know that saying, it was fun while it lasted.
Yeah, we were consistent for some years though.
Yeah, but, for a long time. That's why I'm like, it was fun while it lasted. I don't want to keep asking people
on a month. Maybe we can go back monthly or every couple of weeks or something.
I don't know. I think it's
run its course.
It's run its course. Yeah, because I try a lot of times, and I'm like, I don't feel like I didn't want to feel like I'm like, you know, begging people or you know what I'm saying?
And it had nothing to do with you. It was like with bro, he started working a lot and
right.
I was moving and
yeah, it was like
that.
people have their lives and stuff. So it was like we couldn't be consistent anymore. And even every now and then, you know, I hear myself in your background. I'm gonna mute you real quick.
Okay.
But we couldn't be consistent anymore. And I was like, okay, it's the ran its course. It's all good. You know, and a lot of people used to ask, where is bro? Where is sis? Where is this? Where is that? We don't have no beef. Didn't nobody get into it. We just life be lifing. And we couldn't just, you know, it was just too much going on. And so, you know, we couldn't all get together to continue to doing those shows like I wanted to. So that's why I just ended it like, hey, it is what it was. Every now and then, if somebody want to hit the link while I'm live or something like that, but I don't no longer plan those type of lives anymore because I don't want to plan something and then, you know, everybody can't participate. So, and it's not the same if everybody can't participate. You know what I mean, sis? It's like the what do you want to call it? The dynamics of the show is really based on me, you, Karma Diva, bro, and sis. And then every now and then, you know, go ahead.
It was almost like we were missing her, and then she had a couple of deaths in her family. And
Yep. So she had a lot going on too. Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. I ain't blaming it on nobody. Life be lifing, you know, and you know it ran its course. It's ran its course, and you know, a lot of times when we was doing the shows, it was during the Rona, and you know, a lot of people was doing more shows during the Rona because we were stuck in the house.
Right.
So you know, after we got out of that little era of the Rona, you know, life was life, and people working jobs and you know taking care of their families and shit like that. So I do appreciate all the good times that we had. I mean, one day I might just go back and just binge watch some of the shows, child. Because we used to cut up. We used to cut up. So yeah, I might just start going back and watching some of the shows. Maybe I'll even do a little. Maybe I'll even take some clips and make some shorts or some shit out of it. I don't know. But yeah. So anywho, hon, I'm about to get my butt off of here, and I'm gonna let you continue doing what you're doing. Over there cooking and things.
We'll see you in a few.
All right, but if you decide to go live, like you know, just hit me up. I think the last time you went live, the last few times, and that's another thing, and it happens to me too. If I don't go live a lot, then YouTube won't like send out notifications to people. So it'd be times when you go live and I don't even know. I'll find out the next day or 2 days.
A lot of times it be during your work time, so I don't even bother you. Like sometimes it's something that came up and I wanted to just hit on it real quick and you didn't come back. Or it's stuff that I know you ain't really into, you know.
Mm-hmm. Well, even if I'm working and I know I can't join in the chat, I'll be telling other people this too. You can still let me know. I can still at least be in the chat and say like, share, and subscribe. You know, drop a cash app, things like that. But yeah, just let me know if you decide to go live or if you want to do a show. Excuse me, together or whatnot on your channel. Just let me know.
Okay, I appreciate you.
You're welcome. You know, I appreciate you too. And I wish I was over there getting some of that food because I'm hungry right now. And I don't know what I'm going to eat around here because I went to sleep. I took a nap after work. After I talked to you, I took a nap. And I'm like, it's too late to be trying to cook.
That power nap.
I don't know. Maybe I got some like granola bars or some shit. I might grab me a Special K or something.
I made some banana pudding ice cream.
I saw that on Facebook, and you said it was almost gone.
Girl, and my son, I couldn't sell it because he not ate it. And I'm like, it's like $3-4 a scoop because I really, girl, I put my all in this stuff. And
It
I
sounds so
make
good.
real ice cream. I'm gonna send you a picture.
Yeah, send me a picture.
Oh, hold on. I tell you what. Hold on. Hold on. Let me see if I can do this real quick.
Oh yeah, that looks real good, girl. I ain't never had no banana pudding ice cream. That looks really
And
good,
it's
sis.
good too. Yeah.
I love me some banana pudding, but I like to have
Hold
the
on.
extra cookies in it. Child, I love me some banana pudding. I like to have the extra cookies in it. But me, I like to have more cookies than bananas. I like that banana flavor though, but I like to have more cookies than banana. And more of the cream filling than the bananas. But the thing I hate about banana pudding is even if you like, because I make banana pudding cakes. So even if you put like something on the bananas to try to let them last longer, with bananas it's just they don't stay good that long. So that's the only thing I hate about banana pudding. You got to eat that shit that day, the next day,
Right.
maybe day 3. You might be lucky day 3 before they start turning brown and shit.
This is what I do. I mix the banana in the custard, so and like blend it in and only leave bits of it, so that they don't turn dark. And then when you freeze it, it kind of steadies it from turning dark. You see what I'm saying? So I make it with extremely I use. Well, I can't tell you what I do. I tell you, but not on here.
Yeah, don't tell us your secrets.
Yeah, but yeah. How is it? My placement is sampling it
Girl,
right
that
now.
shit
So
look good. You lucky I ain't near you. And see, that's the thing about it. In our community, like we are like a small big city in our community, North Omaha. But it's a lot of people who are chefs and they have food trucks and they cook and bake out their homes. And it's a lot of people, like us that I support. There's a girl who lives 2 blocks from me, and oh my God, she be selling food like every other day. Her shit's so good. So one thing I do is I try to make sure I support at least once a week one of the local, small business vendors or chefs or cooks. We, of course, we got restaurants too run by us. But I try to even support the ones who got the food trucks and the ones who might, because I have a cottage license, so I'm a personal custom, cake decorator. So I know what it's like. So I try to, support those who even don't have a brick and mortar,
She freehand.
I would be buying dinners from you. I know I would be buying dinners from you if we lived near each other. I sure would.
Girl, and you freehand style your designs. That's the crazy part. It's like your eye is so artistic. But
that's what I do
girl,
when people don't know what they want. Like I got a customer, was it my last customer? Yeah, I think it was my last customer. I said, okay, you can either send me an inspirational pic, because anytime somebody hits me up for desserts, cakes, cupcakes, whatever, I tell them you can send me an inspirational pic that you just seen off of Pinterest or Google or wherever, and I can use that for the decor or the decoration of the cakes, or I can freestyle it. Which one do you want? And a lot of times they just be like, freestyle. I done seen your work over the years, and I done had your cakes, and I done been at parties where I done tasted your cakes, because anytime I sell anything, I put my name and all that, my contact information on the boxes and shit. So a lot of times people just freestyle. They say, I know it's gonna look good and taste good. Girl, just do what you do. And I love that. I love to do what I do, because a lot of times people send you inspirational pictures. I don't like for people to copy my work. So even if I have an inspirational pic, I try to go along with the design, but still putting my little stamp on it. You know what I mean? Like not doing it exactly like the picture. You know what I'm saying? Because some people will see your picture and they be like, but I sent you this pic. And no, I don't. I tell them right up front, I do not duplicate anybody's work. It's an inspirational pic.
Right.
So it's gonna look similar, but I don't like to duplicate somebody else's work. I don't.
Yeah.
I feel it's disrespectful. You know what I'm saying?
Can't none of yours be duplicated.
Yeah, and that's why a lot of people in my community, they know I didn't have somebody one time at a gathering, and that person who threw the gathering had my desserts on the tables, and they walked up and they said, "This looks like Tanya's."
Yes.
Somebody who knew me personally said, "How you know?" Well, I just know her work. I've been with her so long on her social media sites. I know her work. So
Right.
yeah, my shit stands out, against other people. It sure does.
That part.
Yep, and that's crazy. Like, I don't know if I could ever do that. Just go to a party and look at a cake and be like, "Oh, such and such made that." Like my shit stands out. My shit don't look like everybody else's. You know what I'm saying?
And it's picture perfect. Like
it can't leave the kitchen without looking like. I always say that if my cakes or desserts, cupcakes, whatever, table trees do not look like it belongs on a magazine cover, then I need to start over.
Yeah, buddy.
So yeah, I'm really that's why when people, I told you this since before, some people that came up to me and was like, I just want a regular cake. I don't need nothing fancy. I don't need nothing over top. I just want a regular cake.
No other way.
Walmart. Go to Walmart or Sam's Club or make it yourself. Because I don't do regular. I don't do basic. I don't do regular. I don't do basic. You ain't about to put no basic ass regular cake on Facebook or somewhere else and say, shout out to Tom. No. Nope.
Yeah.
But anywho.
All right, baby girl, let me go and get back in.
Yes, let's get back to girl. I'm about to get my butt in the bed.
Well, I can't, not yet.
Girl, I'm about to get my butt in the bed, and I owe my son 3 weekends. Well, I don't want to say owe my son, but I've been so busy with cakes and all that kind of shit that there were times where I couldn't have my baby on the weekend. So I like for the next 3 weekends, he's mine.
He's yours.
Yes, he's mine. So even with the baby reveal cupcakes, the gender reveal cupcakes that they want for Sunday, I'm gonna do them like Saturday before he that out the way.
So you mean a customer or what?
Yeah, a customer. So I'm gonna have to do them things Saturday, and you pick them up Sunday because I got my baby. So yeah, I'm gonna have to squeeze that order in.
Okay.
But yes, it was so good talking to you and doing a review with you. Huh?
Have me a baby.
Oh no! Hopefully don't nobody have no kids in
Mama, I love you on purpose.
I love you too.
And don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit my girl up on her Cash App. That is DA Hood Table 402. Like, share, subscribe, and we love you on.
I can use a Cash App, I can use a Cash App. All right, I love you, sis. That's
love
my
you.
girl. All right, have a good night. That's my girl, y'all. That's my sister from another Mr. Sislo. But anyway, you guys, thank you for joining us tonight. I know we had a small crowd tonight. I appreciate you guys, though, nevertheless. If you enjoyed the review, please make sure you like and share the video. Also, please feel free to send a Cash App to $TheHoodTable402. I'm thinking about maybe coming live again tomorrow. I never did a review on the finale of The Shy. And I know it's been a few weeks, but I really feel like we need to do a review together of The Shy. What up, Jackson 2300? Get into it. What up, boo? How you doing, love? It's so good to see you. It's always good to see you. But yeah, I'm about to get off of here. I was trying to only be on here for an hour, and I'm at an hour and 5 minutes. So yeah, make sure you guys like and share the video. If you came in late, feel free to rewind and go back, red ball. But we did discuss the season finale of BMF, season 4 finale. It was really good show. The whole season was really good, actually. Some of the people who ended up well, I don't want to get no spoilers. I already did the review, but yeah, some of the people who ended up hurt towards the end of the show, obviously they survived, but it was like some cliffhangers on the show. And so Sislo was like, I think this is the last season. I'm like, I could have sworn I saw it where it's going to be another season. I'm not sure. I'm going to have to do some more research. I know The Shy has another season coming, but as far as BMF, I don't know. But then there is 50 Cent put out a part 2, I believe, BMF documentary, and it's supposed to be T's story. So I did see that today. I saw a commercial when I was watching Stars, and it said, 50 Cent T's story, whoop whoop whoop. So I'm going to watch that, and I might do a little review on that as well. So yes. Oh, definitely, Jackson. BMF, I love that show. From day one. From day one, when that shit first hit the Stars platform, I was hooked. I was so hooked. And I like those. I'm one of those people who, I don't want to say I'm the smartest person on earth because I'm not, but I do have some brains, some wit. Okay. But coming from the streets and from the hood and shit like that, when I go to the library and pick out books, I'm usually picking out some urban shit, some street shit, some gangster shit. So that's just me. That's just me. That's just like the type of material I like to watch. Like to read. And I can be really drawn into those stories. And so when BMF is one of those shows that draws me in like that. The gangsters, the drugs, that's just me. I like to watch a lot of different shit. I do watch a lot of different shit. But the hood, the urban shit, that was just like right up my damn alley. Just like The Shy. I love The Shy. It is what it is, but I might be back tomorrow. I'm gonna have to watch The Shy again to get a refresher because it's been a few weeks since the finale. So if I do it tomorrow, I will have to watch the show after I get off of work. But I'll post the link if I do decide to do The Shy review tomorrow. If I do decide, I know I haven't been on here a lot lately, so I owe you guys some attention. I do owe you guys some attention, but besides that, I know for sure I'm gonna be with Riggs Sunday on his channel for From the Block to the Hood Table. We're gonna be on his channel. We always go 9 p.m. Central Time, 7 p.m. Pacific Time. So I'll try to squeeze in a show between now and then, with you guys. But if I don't happen to be here, you can sure find me on Riggs' channel on a Sunday. And of course, I'll post the link. Once he creates a show, I'll post the link to that. But yes, so I'm about to get off of here. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. Again, like, share, and subscribe. Feel free to hit the Cash App if you wanna. Other than that, stay safe, be blessed, remain vigilant at all times. And as we always say, always remember to keep it hood. I'm out. Bye.